up, everybody? Welcome to the channel and welcome to the ultimate guide or ultimate beginner's guide for Oblivion. And today, it's going to be real simple. We're going to go real fast. We are going to talk about Birthsigns. We're going to talk about the classes, the races, all of the major skills. It's basically a beginner's guide, and I'm also going to give you guys more of a opinion on what you should do at the start of the game. And basically the ultimate guide, like I did for Fallout New Vegas, we are now doing it here in the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Mind you, I never played the original game. I didn't. My first Elder Scrolls was Skyrim, and it's one of my favorite games of all time, literally. So now, without further ado, let's get right into it. The first decision you're going to be making is your race. Now, depending on what you have in your mind or what type of character you want to build, these are going to differ for you. So, real quick, if you're going to be a knight or somebody who just mixes it up, wears heavy armor, light armor, if that sort of thing is important to you, you're going to have three choices. Number one's going to be your Red Guard. Red Guards are by far probably the most overpowered class in the whole entire game because they're like literally good at everything. There's so many so many jokes within that. But as far as knights are concerned, Red Guard is probably going to be your best bet. Now, you could also go with an orc. Keep in mind that the orc is like playing the game on hard mode because racism is a thing in the game and people don't like orcs. So when it comes to the personality or disposition type of mini game that basically influences like mercantile or influences prices, people's reactions, if they're going to give you rumors or not, things like that, they're influenced by the personality aspect of it, and people don't like orcs, so therefore orc is like playing the game on extra hard mode. I don't know if you guys ever seen the South Park fractured butthole slider. The darker you get, the harder the game gets, because it's absolutely obnoxious. I'm not even gonna continue, but yes, orcs are good. They're great for brawlers, they're great for knights, they're great for armors, heavy armor wielding, great for brutes, but yeah, game's on hard mode. And lastly, our favorite Nord. Nords are great. They're tanky, they have frost resistant, they have, I think it's a higher health. And it says it right in the title, they make for talented warriors. Now, keep in mind, these two are the origins of each character will influence what their stats are. So for example, Western Norns are better at strength, better at endurance. Eastern Norns are better at strength and better at willpower, but lacking personality and intelligence. They're basically going to influence the beginning stats. So keep that in mind. Now moving on to mages. If you are interested in making a mage class or you care about spellcasting, illusion, mysticism, restoration, things like that, you're also going to want to go with a high elf. High elves are pure glass cannon, for sure, pure glass cannon. Now, as you can see, if you do Somerset Isle or the Auridons are better at Somerset Isles are better at speed, but suffer in strength and endurance. In general, high elves have a magical bonus of 100, so that's gonna be big for a lot of you guys. A lot of people would say Bretons are by far the better ones. I say ultimate glass cannon. I think Bretons are the more balanced ones. Ultimate glass cannons are high elves. Auridons are going to be better at endurance instead of speed. So that's the distinction between both of them. Then we go on to the Bretons. Bretons have higher intelligence, higher willpower, but only a 50 magical bonus. But at the same time, they don't give up. You can have them be a little bit stronger with the strength, but they will give up on speed. So keep that in mind, the Sistress between the High Rock. And then finally, the last one's gonna be my favorite, the Dark Elf, the Dunmer. They are legit. They are great at a lot of things. Like, if you want me to be honest, I feel like the Dunmer are the most balanced class in the whole entire game. And probably as a first playthrough, depending on if you're gonna go with a thief or a mage, Dunmer to me would be the best class. So you go mainland or you go Vvardenfell. Vvardenfell to me would be the better one because personality at the end of the day is just mainly tied to mercantile and the minigame, when endurance is such a powerful thing that it even influences your health regeneration. Keep that in mind. But mainland, to me, Vvardenfell, these are going to be your greats. They're good at magic. They're good at, especially destruction magic. Good at destruction magic, good with a sword, good with a bow, resistance to fire, and fire is usually the most damaging abilities in the game are fire abilities. So yeah, to me, as far as this would be also my class. Like, this is the class I always pick in Elder Scrolls games. It's only been 2 of them, but yeah. So now moving on to Thief. Thieves are going to be 3 separate classes. I think you kind of can like guess. Imperial is going to be the only one that doesn't really have a distinction because they're so like bland. Like, why would you ever want to be an Imperial? But some people like being Imperials because they are the most human-like. So there's that. Like I said, racism. But there is a Khajiit. The Khajiit is by far the best thief class in my opinion because they excel at almost everything that a thief needs to excel at. Sneak is high, blade is high, marksman is at a 25. Like, if the skills are above 25, they're not too bad at destruction at 25 as well. They can even block and have armor as well. Their athletics is at 15, but then they have acrobats. Let me see where's acrobats is at. Acrobats is at 15 too. They're not too bad. And they have the ability to see in the dark. So as far as being a sneak thief, as far as being an archer, I think Khajiits are probably going to be your best bet. And you can make them look like Simba. Like, why not? Then you have Argonians. Argonians are going to be your second bet. Again, really strong in terms of sneak. They're really good at picking locks, so their security is going to be higher. Granted, picking locks in general, security is by far the worst skill you can possibly invest in Oblivion. Then you have like athletics. Blade is high. Block is high. Yeah, Argonians are going to be legit. They could also breathe underwater. So if there's ever the case, I think they're really strong against poisons and diseases, if I'm not mistaken as well. Argonians are going to be your second best bet, in all honesty. And then you have the glass cannon, the very weak, the wood elf. The wood elf are really strong in terms of marksman, really strong in terms of thief. And they're literally, if you want to build an archer, literally if you want to be a sneak thief, but you mainline in archery, they're going to be legit as well. But as you can see, they're bad at strength, bad at willpower, bad in terms of personality. When in reality, like, you go into the Khajiit, they're technically only bad at willpower and endurance. And then the Argonians are also bad at 3 different separate things as well. Khajiit, to me, by far is the best class for a thief. Now we're choosing Birthsigns, and Birthsigns are going to be quite simple. You have your armors, your mages, and your thief. Nah, I'm just playing. So there's going to be a couple of them. I have dedicated videos in terms of which class you should pick, what birth signs and things of that nature. So keep that in mind. But I'll be real simple, real fast about this. If you're going to be a endurance or a armor, you should pick the warrior or pick the lord. If you're caring about endurance and about lasting long in fights, those are going to be your 2 best bets. If you're going to be a mage, you're going to pick either, if you want to be basic about it, you could pick the mage. If you want to kind of do glass cannon, you could pick the apprentice. And if you want to do the Athronach, you can pick, if you're going to be a mage and you want to kind of go like something different, Athronach. Increases 150, spell absorption by 50% chance. And then keep in mind, you'll never be able to heal, so you'll always have to carry a healing potion. Not a healing potion, a mana potion or a magical potion throughout the whole entire game. You could also go something weird, like if you want to do a tanky mage, like you could do this one, the lady, but that's just strange. Now you get into the thief. The thief is by far the best birth sign throughout the whole entire game, if you want me to be honest. Luck influences too much. Agility influences essentially your short swords, your bows, your daggers. It influences the damage on those. And then your speed is just your overall speed and what you can do throughout the whole entire game. It's by far the best one in my personal opinion. Moonshadow is a no-go. Tower Key it's situational, but not very good. Then you have the Lover's Kiss, paralyzes. That's again whatever skill. The Serpent as well. Blessed Word are not good as well. And if you really want to double down and make something different, you could go with the Steed that fortifies speed. That is it. But as far as thieves are concerned, you only have those 2. You have the thief and then you have the Steed, if you want to go that much into speed, but I wouldn't recommend it. This just influences too much and it's just way too good. Now moving on to attributes or picking your class. Now, in all honesty, all of these are really cool. Some of them are exactly the way that I would like to construct them, but some of them just have throwaway skills. Like this one, for example, warrior hand-to-hand combat. Hand-to-hand combat is not a good skill in the game, so you should never be part of your repertoire. But if you go down through combat, every single one, does this one have it? This one does not have it. Excuse me. does not have hand-to-hand combat. So that was not too bad, but then it has Alchemy, which Alchemy is a great skill to just have as a minor skill, but yeah. This one as well, again, some of them are really good, some of them just have throwaway skills that, in all honesty, for your first playthrough, you might want to do a custom class. Just because hand-to-hand combat and some of the other ones are they're just bad skills to have. Speechcraft and some of these is just not a good skill, in all honesty. I like Nightblade. Nightblade is one of the closest ones, but Nightblade also has, which one? There's one here that I don't like. I don't like having like alteration there, even though I understand it, or acrobats. Again, those are skills that you could just have as minor skills. You don't really need them as major skills, which again, there's going to be a dedicated video just talking about what you should pick as your class. But here, let's go ahead, go into your custom class. Understand that whatever type of specialization you take will get a level 5 bonus and increase more rapidly. So all 7 skills that you pick in your specialization will pick that. So whatever it is, magic, combat, whatever it is, they're gonna do it. So, for example, let's talk about your attributes. So strength influences all, essentially, blade and blunt. And then it also influences your carrying capacity and maximum health. Magicka is maximum magicka. Willpower regenerates these two come in tandem. So if you're going to be a mage, you're going to need both of these bad boys. Agility, like I was saying earlier, daggers, short swords, bows, and also influences your fatigue and the speed of your fatigue being regenerating. Speed determines how fast you move. So this is for everything. So for how fast you basically cut using your sword, how fast you're able to run, how fast you're able to dodge, how fast it's basically it influences way too much. Speed is great though. Endurance, maximum health and health regeneration. Personality, if people like you. There's even a Daedric quest where you got to get your personality low to be able to talk to them. Like this is one of those throwaways that really isn't necessary. And then luck, I like doing, again, this is going to be a big thing for me. Depending on if I'm gonna be my class has willpower and luck. I like luck. Luck is really, like, luck influences a lot. So I do luck, or sometimes I'll do like maybe a intelligence. You can cast more powerful spells because you have a bigger mana pool to do so, or a bigger magical pool to do so. So to me, willpower, and it also greatly increases your maximum fatigue. Willpower is like one of those big things because you can fight longer, essentially. But also, luck to me has no effect, but it affects all your skills, but has no direct effect. It affects everything you do. So now, luck would be great, but if you're gonna go pure, like for example, obviously, if you're gonna be a knight, strength and endurance probably be your best bet. Mages are gonna do intelligence and willpower, and then agility and speed for thief as well. Personality should never be taken, and then luck if you wanna get spicy about it, if you wanna have a little bit of fun. But I'm going with, let's say, willpower and luck. 4 skills that I need you to understand. So number 1 is gonna be never pick security. Never pick security. The reason being is because there is a quest where you're essentially going to get something that not only buffs it by 40, but it's also going to make the mini game trivial. It's going to make it extremely easy. So I would not say grab security. Definitely not. The other one, acrobats gives you at level 25 for your dodge. So you're going to be able to dodge in combat. It opens up the combat extremely well, and it's not too hard to get it up to level 25. Would I say to grab that as a major skill? Probably not, but just to keep that in mind, it is one of those essential ones. Marksman at level 50 gets you the focused shot. You guys remember in Skyrim when you used to hold it and actually would like zoom in? You get the focus shot at level 50. So marksman is for me an essential skill. Block is another one that is an essential skill for me because block gives you the shield bash at 75, but also since there's no dual wielding, your left arm will forever either be using a two-handed weapon, using a one-handed weapon, and then the one-handed weapon you could always have a skill because you'll shoot it from the right. So all your characters are going to be right-handed. So the sword and the spell can be mapped to the same button, but you're always going to have the left hand open regardless. So if he blocks, he'll just do this with the sword. So there's not much else you could do with your left arm. So block is essentially just essential because you need something to be on that left arm unless you're using a two-handed weapon. But yeah, block, and also at 75, at 75 you get the shield batch, which is not the greatest move ever, but it is a move that again opens up combat even more. So after you've done crafting your character, the first thing you should probably do is get your first horse. So your first horse is actually pretty simple. Your first horse, you should be able to fast travel from the start of the game all the way to this little area right here. Chestnut Handy Stables, come inside. Yes. Talk to the Imperial City.
Both. What can I
want a horse armor and a horse too. So this activates horse armor. So I said I want a horse. I'm armed. I'll take any horse, I'm not fussy.
Let's see what we've got.
There we go. And then once you've gone ahead and horse armor, you've activated it, you go outside. And there you guys have it. Here's your horse armor, the old nag, old horse. This helps you in two ways. Number one, if you're over encumbered, you can fast travel anywhere. And number two, I think it takes less time when you fast travel between locations as well. I would say after you have your first horse, come over here, like around this general area, so you can get your first house. About the inhabitants here, they are going to be invisible. So as you can tell, this will unlock a quest. The quest is actually pretty simple. You're gonna go from this, you're gonna go down to the fort. This one, Fort Caracas. It's actually pretty simple because again, I'm not gonna do the whole entire thing for you guys. You'll talk to them, tell them that there seems to be an invisible plague. You're gonna go down to Fort Caracas. Whatever that is, Caractacus. Gonna go down there, talk to the guy. He's gonna give you an invisible spell. Come up here, do the invisible spell. Voila! They'll give you a free room to this inn, which there you can store your stuff. Now, so the very next thing that you should be doing is getting all of the skills that you would need for each and every single tree of Magicka. Magicka has 6 different trees. It has Destruction, Conjuration, Illusion, Restoration, Alteration, and Mysticism. Those are the 6 that you will have in Oblivion. I think Mysticism got rebranched in Skyrim, if I'm not mistaken. But those are the 6 that you will need. Now, if you picked Destruction as a major skill, you already have the essential skill, which is going to be Shocking Touch. Let me go ahead and show you guys. If you guys already picked Magicka or Destruction as a major skill, which I did, because mine Destruction as a major skill, you get Magicka. Now, what I would say is try to get the Thunderbolt or the Shock Bolt. That one is going to allow you to hit targets from afar, especially if you're going to do like a sneak build or you want some type of range. Definitely grab that one. But Shocking Touch, if you grab Destruction from the start, you're going to have Shocking Touch. Now, yes, this is where it gets interesting.
Only quality goods for sale here.
If you're going to do, and these are all the novice skills for all, these are all the novice skills for all of the classes. So therefore you can start, the way that Magicka works is that you have to do the novice before you get to the journeyman, before you get to the mediocre, the intermediate, before you get to, and so on and so forth. You just go stacking them up, right? So for Alteration, Protect is going to be your best bet. Adds a shield to self, 5% shield for 30 seconds. Very useful, especially when it comes to magic. It's going to be able to protect you from magic resistant, things of that nature. Could definitely be a lot stronger, just keep that in mind. The next one for Illusion is going to be Starlight, very easy. It also helps you not have to use torches all that much. This one's extremely simple and basically an essential at this point. Then after that, you can grab Minor Life Detect for Mysticism. This is essentially something you can spam a lot, get the Mysticism up, so it can help you level up a lot more faster. Same thing with Bound Dagger, but Bound Dagger has a timer, so you can't just keep on spamming it, if I'm not mistaken. Keep that in mind as well. But Conjuration is going to be Bound Dagger. Now, the one that you're going to have a little bit of difficulty with is going to be your Restoration. And Restoration should be Absorb Health or Minor Respite, and these are not that they're difficult to find, but sometimes they just don't spawn. Like for example, he didn't have it, so you can go check right here in the discount store, in the discount spell store. You'll get the majority of them, but then if you want to get a little bit better, you can come into the Mystic Emporium. So essentially, let's recap them real quick, just so we can understand which should be the first spells that you should get. So you got Mysticism, Destruction, Conjuration, Illusion, Alteration, and Restoration. Those are your 6. 4. Mysticism, you're going to get the Minor Detect. Also keep in mind, the reason why we want to upgrade Mysticism is that it's eventually going to allow you to do Soul Trap, which is an essential. You have Destruction. If you grab Destruction as a major skill, you're going to have Shocking Touch right from default, which will help you with Daedra. You have Restoration, which you'll have Minor Heal, so this one will probably be the most useful one. But if you can, find a way to get Respite. Find a way to get absorb health or respite or fatigue respite or something minor respite, if I'm not mistaken. You can grab those 2 as well. You have illusion, which is going to be candlelight, which will help you with torches. That way you don't have to carry around a torch, because then you can't block if you carry around a torch. And which ones are we missing? Alteration. You can also talk about alchemy as well, but alteration will be protect. It'll give you a shield, so it'll make you a little bit more tankier. And lastly, obviously, conjuration, which is going to allow you to summon up Daedric weapons and stuff like that. But in reality, I don't use conjuration that much. I don't care about summoning zombies and things like that, so I'll just use it to basically level up my skills a little bit faster. But bound dagger is going to be the one that you want, or bound helmet if you want to add yourself a Daedric helmet if you want to. It's not that necessary, but those are the starting skills that you should buy immediately at the start of the game. So you guys are probably wondering, wait, we just started the game. We don't have any money. What is he talking about? I'm gonna show you guys how to get cash easy as well. This is the ultimate guide for Oblivion after all. So what you're gonna do, your very first bet is going to be alchemy. Alchemy is going to be extremely easy, because alchemy, you can find it throughout the world without having to do too much effort. People are gonna carry stuff about for alchemy. People are going to be surrounded by things that you can use in alchemic properties, like for example this mutton. So what you want to do is, let's go ahead and I'm taking you guys straight to Vilverin, because Vilverin's gonna have flowers on the outside that you can pick up. Bergamot. Gonna have a chest over here. Repair hammer. It's gonna have a couple of things, like for example this onion. Pick it all up, onion, lettuce, tomato. It will all be there. That's gonna be number 1. Here's another one over here, foxglaive. And once you're here at Vilverin, it's gonna be a very awesome loop that is just ROI positive. And the reason why I say ROI positive is because the materials to find to do them are absolutely free. And all you need is a retort, a calcinator, or an alembic to be able to pull this off. So go into Vilverin. Vilverin, you're gonna have a couple of traps, you're gonna have some enemies, but you're gonna have a couple of things that you wanna pick up before we continue. And then you're gonna start seeing things like this. Welkyd stones are going to be essential for you as well. As you can tell, I was already here. That's why I dropped all that stuff over there. Those are gonna be another ones that you can literally pick up. There's also a very nice thing to do early on, glass bow. You can use that and sell that to the highest bidder as well. So you're gonna be able to get from this location, you're gonna get Welkyd stones, you're gonna get an eyelid artifact, which we will then use for collecting, and you're gonna get materials so you can do alchemy. So here's the alchemy thing, because I was already about to get into Welkyd stones without talking about the alchemy. I just need to be mindful because there are enemies around. So alchemy is a very simple procedure, and it helps you level up pretty fast as well. Faster if you have them as major skills, but I would not recommend doing mercantile or alchemy as the skills. So here's alchemy. All you need is one of these 2 things. Activate it, and then if you just filter out some of the negative, like for example, let's say burden. I go into burden. I have all these. I don't use burden. I definitely don't use them, but that doesn't mean that I don't pick up materials that do use burden. So we go there, grab these 2. Grab this. Cure poison, burden. Yep, none of these things I need. The potatoes. And all of a sudden, if I go into my inventory now, I'll just look for the burden. Here we go, burden. There we go. Burden on self. I don't use any of these, but I have 10 of them. And just do the math. I can sell them for 28. That's 280 coins. That will buy you 2 or 3 spells of the newer ones. But let's keep on moving. That loop then unlocks what essentially is your mercantile, because now you have the potions, you can go sell them, which then you could go haggle, and that's gonna help your mercantile go up, which then will help you level up as well, and then you can repeat that over and over again. That loop right there is ROI positive, it is perfect, and extremely beneficial, especially early on, because then everything you sell is, and everything is gonna be an opportunity to level yourself up, but then flour also as well. But yes, when you come down, because we came down through here, take a right, and then something easy that you don't really have to work too hard for is going to be the Welkyd stones, and there's a bunch here. At £1, 50 gold, and then you have more materials here. 50 gold, it is a breeze. Once you have traversed Vilverin, you'll eventually make your way to this little location right here. And this little location will have the eyelid statue. Take that bad boy. And that now with that statue, you can then do this. Because it sets you up real nicely. Like it's real excellent how it sets you up. Because now you can go grab. In total, let's just recap real quick. In total, I got 20 stones that you can sell at 50 bucks a pop. I got a Valor stone, which I can sell for 1,000. And I got that stone, the statue, the eyelid statue, which if we go all the way up to the top, eyelid statue, which is 250, but it's not, that's not what we want to do. We want to take this to the town plaza.
Speak.
Take this to the Ambacano Manor.
Hi there.
Talk to Jorling.
What? Really?
Show him the
I
statue.
believe my master would be interested if...
Just follow me. And here you get to talk to him.
What can I do for you?
Here's
Yes?
Ambacano. Show him the statue.
One of the 10 ancestors. Hold it up to the light. Yes, exquisite. And
And then you could sell it for 500.
wonderful.
That would be the last quest. Now the very last one to get you guys filled with money is actually pretty simple. You're gonna go and you're gonna participate in the arena.
I suppose I
Head
have
downstairs. And this is another one that's gonna line your pockets with gold so you can buy all the things you need early on.
Well met.
All you need to do is talk to him first, then talk to, I already did this part. You're gonna talk to the ogre that's right here who is champion, do his quest, so then he can teach you a little bit of blade and block, and also make his last fight very trivial and very easy to do. Now that we've gotten to this point, look at the moon or any other planet. We've gotten to this point, we've gotten this far to the video. Thank you guys for sticking around. I know the video's been pretty darn long, so I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for sticking it out. But also at the same time, we have to end this video, and we're gonna end it with spectacular fashion with the quests that you need to tackle first, or the things that you should be doing first. Also, let's go ahead and talk about what you should be doing until level 7, because I think you should just explore till level 7. You can use the arena to get you to level 7, but as far as if you want to know when to start doing, because the very first mission will put you in line to your very first Oblivion Gate, I think that if you wait until level 7 to then do the Oblivion Gates and then do Kvatch and all of that stuff, I think it'd be very beneficial. Do not go after uniques or legendaries, or because they're usually leveled up until level 10. This is a very good wiggle room because a lot of the uniques or a lot of the Daedric artifacts do unlock at around level 10. Some of them level 2, like the Azura Star, which we will talk about. But at the end of the day, I think that at level 10 is the sweet spot, because then it'll allow you to get Chill Rend at a decent level so you can use it throughout the game organically. It'll allow you to get the Ebony Blade, the Gold Brand, and things of that nature. Granted, some of those that I just mentioned are at high levels, so keep that in mind. But I think level 7 and then start hunting legendaries and uniques at level 10. I think that gives you a nice organic feeling of all the legendaries in a good pace throughout the whole entire game, and it's probably going to give you the best experience. I don't think that waiting till like level 25 to get the level 11 legendaries is good. It lacks like consistency and lacks in you having a good time throughout the whole entire game, not really waiting until you're level 25. But yes, do everything. Explore side quests, none of the main quests until level 7. At level 7, go to Kavach and do the main quest and unlock the Oblivion gates, because for example you can see one from right up here. It looks awesome. Now from there, tackle uniques at level 10, and then finally the very first 3 uniques that you should be tackling are gonna be the Skeleton Key, Azura Star, and finally your legendary or unique armor. The Rienmant of Valor, if I'm not mistaken, is from the arena. I already talked to you guys about the arena, so your very first thing that you should be getting is the Rienmant of Valor. Granted, I don't have it on, but it's a whole single piece armor that has, if you take the heavy one, it's gonna have 1,000 points to basically tank. And if you take the light one is still pretty good, and it gives you just a crap ton of buffs that I can just put up on screen so you guys can see them. But yes, you have that one, and then you're gonna have the Azura Star, which is why I'm up here in the mountains. Azura Shrine to get Azura Star, which allow you to do soul gems, which is why I told you guys to get Soul Trap. And then lastly, the Skeleton Key, Nocturnal Shrine down here at the bottom. And those are the 3 uniques that you should tackle as soon as you reach level 10. Right now I'm at level 16. But as soon as you get the chance, come over here, the amazing pop-up Nocturne Shrine, which is part of the Thieves Guild quest in Skyrim, and then Azura Shrine, which is all the way up here in the mountains. So you can get Azura Star, which is extremely useful because it'll always be able to hold any type of soul gem or any size soul gem, if I'm not mistaken. And there you have it, guys. That is the completion of the ultimate Oblivion guide for beginners, or the ultimate beginner's guide for Oblivion. I hope you guys found it helpful, found it informational. Like, share, subscribe. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. A dollar day keeps the landlord away. Until next time, Mike, off.